Today I've set out on a mission to learn the best possible armor for people to survive dungeons in. A set so powerful anyone will be able to defeat floor 6 and hopefully floor 7 in. While this may not be the most damaging armor, or the most mana filled or anything like that, this is the tankiest setup you can get, to keep scores high and deaths low. This is the guide to survive dungeons as a beginner. I'm less than 7,000 subscribers from YouTube rank. If there is any chance you could take just 2 seconds to subscribe, it would honestly make my day. Supporting us small creators can actually change your life, and there isn't a downside to subscribing. So just this once, if you could click the button, it would mean the world to me. Now, let's become a real-life wall of steel. Now, for today's video, I have to give credit to a lot of people in my comment section for saying that I had something wrong in my last video, and that was recommending the Bonzo mask. And this is because there's just a better item, and I never thought this thing worked, but check this out. The Spirit Mask is apparently way better than the Bonzo mask. If we look at the ability, the cooldown that lets us revive ourselves is 30 seconds long. This means that we could do this every 30 seconds, meaning all we have to do is survive 30 seconds, and if you can't take enough damage in 30 seconds to live, you'll never die. So after this was brought to my attention, I was thinking, well, what truly is the tankiest setup you can get? How can I get an absolute ton of EHP while having still a relatively low catacombs level? So after some notes, and we'll be spending the rest of my piggy bank today, I'll show you exactly what I consider the tankiest setup for someone who has a medium to low catacombs level, since obviously we can't access things like 5-star Frozen Blaze, but this has no catacombs requirement, except the Spirit Mask. I think it has a small catacombs requirement, but just grind it. It'll help. Now, obviously, if we take a look at this armor, it's not completely maxed, and we're going to be fixing that today. At least, we're going to use all of our coins, getting it as close to max as we physically can. First, I wanted to thank the user Destiny for putting 5 stars on my Spirit Mask, because I ran out of Wither Essence, so this video could not have been possible without you. Thank you very much. So the first thing we need to do is purchase 3 giant teeth from the auction house. This will put the giant reforge on our armor, which is really good because it gives a metric ton of health, and health equals survival, so let's do that right now. Alright, now we need to actually add the reforge, and check this out, it's 2 million coins for each reforge, meaning this is going to cost me 6 million coins to do. So we're going full broke for this video, so please like the video, alright? This is my whole bank. At least this one's only 500,000. But we're doing something else too. Check out my chestplate here. Since obviously I can't just get away with that, we need to put a recombobulator on our chestplate. So let's sell these fragments I got here and purchase a recombobulator right there. And let's go ahead, slap that on our chestplate, make it mythic and extra. What is that, 60 health? That's not terrible. And there we go. So now we can see this is as close to maxed as I can possibly get this set. I mean, the Spirit Mask isn't recombobulated, and the armor doesn't have fuming potato books, but that'll barely make a difference at this point. So this is honestly just as close as we're going to get. Now I'll quickly go into detail of how I got each of these pieces of gear so you can replicate this armor set for yourself. So how I got my armor is I'm using the Spirit Mask, which is obtained from the Dark Auction. You can buy it from the auction house for roughly 200,000 coins right now, which is really cheap. And I'll be using 3/4 Necromancer Lord armor. Now, you can get away with not using the chestplate, just get something like a legendary zombie soldier chestplate, and make sure all of it's, of course, reforged to giant. You can get the giant reforged from purchasing the giant tooth from the auction house. It's about 500,000 coins right now, and it's 500,000 coins to put it on an epic, 1 million for a legendary, and 2 million for a mythic item. So make sure you have a lot of coins if you're going to put that reforge on. Now, the last thing we have to do is reforge all of our talismans, and I'm going to be going for Pleasant. Wow, that was lucky. The reason I'm going to be going for Pleasant is, of course, to give myself extra defense, and defense is going to just kind of help because my armor is reforged for purely health. We're going to need some defense to counteract that. Now, obviously, there's one problem here that you probably can see already, and that's I'm a mage. So rather than being the smart person and switching to something like tank or something, we're going to play mage anyways. So let's hop into a floor 6 and see just how we can survive as a mage with this kind of gear. Alright, instead I ended up actually deciding to go tank because I realized this party needs someone that can carry. So we're going to be using tank, and the reason we're going to go tank is because we get extra defense as a tank. So this will kind of help us die a little less, and we're going to see if this makes any sense. So I won't be dealing much damage here. But remember, our goal is to just survive and never die. So as you can see, we get about 8,000 health at the start, which is just ridiculous for what we get. Now, we got the Ender Dragon. Now, let's take a look at my EHP. 282,000 at the start of the dungeon. We don't really have much blessings right now, so that's pretty much our dungeon at the start. Now, I could go for something like a turtle pet, or if I wanted to be obnoxious, I could go for a baby yeti. But I think we're just going to call this good. We'll go straight to the boss, and you can see how well I can tank the terracottas there. Alright, it's boss time. I had to get a different party because our first one, well, we didn't get very far. I mean, I didn't want to sit there. Everyone kept dying, and I'm like, I could sit here and get all of the secrets for an hour, but I don't really want to. So let's go in. Let's check our EHP really quick here. We're at about 600,000 EHP, and we missed 2 secrets. So, yeah, this set is kind of broken. And we haven't even taken any damage, which means I haven't even had to use the Spirit Mask. So if you really want, you could probably get away with not using a Spirit Mask. But if you're a low Catacombs level, yeah, I would say it's probably safer to just have the Spirit Mask. Just so if you accidentally take fatal damage or hit a trap or whatever it is that happens. And yeah, we can effectively sit here. I'm not even touching the mouse right now. We can sit here and we don't die. We're not gonna die. It's kind of great. So we could sit here, we could freeze the boys. We could just sit here and just hold our little ice spray wand thing. This is basically as tanky as you can get. But that's just kind of the stuff we're doing. So yes, this is obnoxious. Don't do it. It's not. You don't need this. You really don't. But if you want it, Necromancer Lord Armor, Spirit Mask is the way to go. Let's check now. We're still at 591. I gotta wait for my defense to go back up to 6,000 here. Use everything we got. How much do we get? Yeah, 626,000. Looks like it's as much as we're gonna get, so we'll call it good there. Let's go ahead, let's take out Sidon, finish the job, get everything we need done, and wrap the video up for the day. So here we go. Let's battle and let's see, are we able to tank Sidon perfectly? Come on, buddy, what you got? What you got? You don't do any damage, buddy. You don't do any damage. I can just sit here right here, and you don't do any damage to me. Bro, he's just stuck in the air. He can't do anything. Bro, his stomp does 1 heart of damage. This is ridiculous. This is so overpowered, man. He's doing nothing to me. I'm playing as risky as you could possibly play. And this man's just doing nothing to me. And he gone. We'll take that. We had a bunch of deaths from our teammates, so that's why we didn't get the S+, but that's alright. Checking our chest loot, because everyone likes seeing that. We got nothing. So I think that's going to be it. So I'll go over just my final thoughts at the end here. So my final thoughts, would I recommend this? Yeah, if you're a low Catacombs level, do this. You don't need to go this absurd. You can easily get away without having the Necromancer Lord chestplate. Just get a legendary Zombie Soldier chestplate. But putting Giant on your armor is absolutely ridiculous. The Spirit Mask is incredible. When you take fatal damage, you will get revived. Yes, it does work. Yes, I've tested. So if anyone's going to say, oh, it doesn't work in dungeons, it does. I've tested it. Don't worry. And the cooldown is 30 seconds, which is just crazy. And honestly, if you use this setup, you won't die. So if you're looking to survive some floor 6 runs with your friends, take them nice and slow, get all of the secrets, you won't need a high Catacombs level. You can get away with Catacombs 15, even probably 14, or even lower, depending on what you need. Just get the Spirit Mask, get your Necromancer Lord armor if you can. Otherwise, just Legendary Zombie Soldier or Forged to Giant works perfectly fine if you can't afford all of the coins. But that's really all I have for today. That's it for today's video. Since you made it to the end, I kindly ask one last time for you to subscribe. Reaching 30,000 for YouTube rank would open up a ton of possibilities for better content, streams, and more for my channel. It takes just a few seconds and there are no downsides to it. I hope you will. Thanks for watching and take care.